Hey everyone, happy holidays from the West Lincoln Public Library. I'm Sarah and I'm back again this month for another young adult book talk. If you weren't with us last week, don't worry. We discussed A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah Moss, and this time, now that we're coming into the holiday season, I thought I might review something a little more festive. There will be two major parts in this book talk this week. One will be covering, obviously, my chosen book, and the other is the format in which I accessed it, Overdrive, which is our online book lending service. A lot of books might not be available during the busy season for Christmas and other holidays, so if you can take them online, that's a great, free, easy access way to get them. All you need is your library card, and it was an incredibly simple service for me to use. I was originally not able to find my chosen book for this month in any shelves. We didn't have it here, we didn't have it in any other books in the West Lincoln rotation, so I was really disappointed because I like to show off books that we have access here. But luckily, I was able to find it on Overdrive, and I was actually really pleased. It was so much fun. So without further ado, I chose for this month The Afterlife of Holly Chase. It is a young adult festive Christmas romance novel written by Cynthia Hand, and it's something a little like a modern day retelling of A Christmas Carol. I will admit I am not usually one for teen romance. I need there to be some kind of other paranormal thriller murder mystery hook. It's not usually my kind of a thing, but I wanted to dip my toes into something new. And luckily, this book satisfied all of my interests. It is a fantastic teen read with lots of fun, smartly written characters, an interesting plot that you honestly don't know the ending to until you get there, and something that really makes you remember the joys of Christmas and the holidays. So I would say the first best place to start is at the beginning, because that's how the main character herself starts it. Holly Chase is the stepdaughter of a very famous fashionista, and as such, after the passing of her mother, she's very vain, very self-centered. A modern-day Scrooge is what you could call her. She also extremely hates Christmas, so you know she's got that going for her too. After being left alone in the care of her nanny for the night, she is visited by the ghosts of Christmas past, who warn her that she is essentially a terrible person and she really needs to shape up. She doesn't, actually. She writes the whole thing up as a joke, nothing completely irrelevant, and she does not change her ways, and in less than 24 hours, she dies. And she wakes up, dead, now one of the ghosts of Christmas past. So someone who hates Christmas and hates helping other people now essentially has the absolute worst job in all of existence. It was an ironic and much deserved fate, I would argue, for someone who's never really taken the time to care about other people. She now dedicates her entire afterlife to helping them. The main plot of the book takes place 5 years after she passes away. So she was 17 at the time of her death. And, well, she's been doing a great job as the ghost of Christmas past. She's not really satisfied in her line of work. I mean, the other alternative isn't great, so she takes it, but she's not fulfilled. Until she meets the new Scrooge, who they have to spend the full year after Christmas investigating, evaluating, deep diving through their memories and their childhood, trying to figure out what led them to becoming this way. They want to help. So she spends her entire year investigating this guy named Ethan Winters, who is also 17, and by her own words, insanely hot. And they have to figure out exactly what made an almost 18-year-old kid already so hardened and bitter and cold to the rest of the world. So it's Holly's job to travel back through his past, get to know him, figure out the major turning points in his life, the major people who changed him, and see if they can put together essentially a play ready at Christmas when all the ghosts visit him, and try to convince him to change his ways. And it's a really fun dynamic in which they have the entire idea of the Ghosts of Christmas Past. It's not just like some heavy-handed metaphor. It's actually like a company, like a cool indie company that is super down low. They somehow have the technology to traipse into people's memories while they sleep. They have hoodies of invisibility, so you can like track people and follow them around and they won't know. And while Holly is dead, like legally and for all intents and purposes dead, she can still wander the face of the earth and come into contact with people, but she just can't talk to any of them for obvious reasons. So at one point, she decides the best way to get to know this Ethan guy is to meet him. And through a series of fun little trips and schemes, she actually ends up really starting to fall for this guy who doesn't know who she is. She lies about her identity, lies about all the strange little run-ins they have, and she begins to worry that after Christmas, she'll never see him again. Or he won't pass the test and he'll die, because one of the main aspects of being a Scrooge chosen by this company is they pick people that are fated to die soon after Christmas because they want to fix them because they're running out of time. So through as much work as she possibly can, she connects with Ethan Winters, and slowly they both start to fall in love. But this is obviously extremely forbidden in the company. She makes friends along the way that want to help her out, people within the company, and the company characters are so smartly written. They're all named after Charles Dickens's characters. They have like code names. Holly almost never uses them, but that's okay. Hers is Havisham, and I think it's a really silly, fun little metaphor that they use. And throughout the entire course of the book, Holly grows. She grows as a person. She grows to appreciate what she does in her job. She learns where she went wrong in her past life, not reaching out and connecting with her father or her friends. It's a real growing point in her life, meeting this boy. So my worry was the entire time of the book, which I finished in less than a day, by the way. I sat down planning to read about 4 chapters of it the first night, and I ended up finishing the whole book. I don't know if that's because I'm a speed reader or if it's a fairly short read. I guess you'll have to find that out for yourself. But she grows in such a sense that you really connect with other people through her. And it made me excited for the holidays, I gotta say. So what I thought was going to be incredibly heavy-handed and emotional and just a lot of melodrama turned into a fun, witty, charming book that I really wouldn't have necessarily picked up on my own, but I'm glad I did. So, yeah, there's lots of fun like little mysteries, and you never really know where things are heading, and it always changes your mind about people and things, and the holidays especially, because the holidays are time for a little, unexpected magic. And I will definitely be recommending this to my friends and my family for anyone who wants a fun little Christmas read. And it was a great change of pace. I'll be honest, I wasn't thinking it was going to enjoy it as much. I was planning on making this season's How Do You Get Over Your Favorite TV Series ending and recommending something else, but I thought, for the holidays, I'll try something different. And Overdrive was also something I wasn't expecting to use and enjoy as much as I did, because it offers thousands and thousands of books from all over the place, all online, in both ebook and audiobook form. So you can download them to your favorite reading devices like your phone or your Kindle or your Nook or whatever you use, and you have them I had mine for 2 weeks, and I clearly didn't need it in that short amount of time. So I would definitely recommend checking out Overdrive this holiday season if you want to take a look at something to read. So thanks so much. I will be back next month with another young adult book review. If you guys have any suggestions, please feel free to let me know. I love hearing from you, and I hope you guys are liking my content. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you all soon.